First question. Ben was accusing the NBA of inappropriate spending, but every single party so far in the past has been accused of inappropriate expenditures. My question for you guys is, what will set your parties apart? What do you think will make your party different? How will your spending be more appropriate than the spending that you consider to be inappropriate?
Well, as you know, I'm an independent, so I don't have a party. But what I will have is a leadership that will make everyone go for what the students want. The majority of students don't really need to spend money on student life. They need to spend money on programs that will help them better their education. And we need to spend money on that. How will my party differ? Well, I'm not going to spend money on student life. I will spend a little bit on clubs, definitely, because clubs need to be productive. And I'm going to be spending money on the most productive clubs. And I'm going to be spending on programs that will help better their education. That's how I will be different from any other party.
Thank you. The real question that I think we should answer is whether we should spend more money on student life or make capital investments for other areas in the school. So, one Baruch here with Main Government, they spent about $60,000 on a senior batch that about, I think, 200 people went, which I went myself as well. I spent another $70 to attend this party, where we are spending I think we spent $15,000 to renovate 2 student lounges to create them, and a conference room where a bunch of club leaders and a bunch of clubs have their meeting, events, and other social activities. So you say $15,000 for ourselves. Not a penny is actually going to our personal offices. And as you know, I mean, all these 2 lounges that we're trying to do, hallway outside the USG between USG and GSA, and the lounge area right between the offices is reused by a bunch of people already. They heat up their food, lunch, dinner. They come sit there, talk about stuff. Recently, another club had a meeting there because conference room was already rented out. So spend $60,000 on a 5-hour party, open bar, or renovation of some place that we spent $15,000 where a bunch of people can use for
5,000 or 60,000?
15,000. Excuse me?
You said 60,000 before. You said 5,000.
No, $15,000 for our suite renovation, the USG renovation, against $6,000 senior batch. So for 10 years, this is going to last 10 years. New couch set, things like that, which came from 22nd Street building. And to renovate this place so everyone can actually go there and sit and do their homework, have meetings and things like that, compared to 200 people party, $50,000 to $60,000. And we're actually trying to cut senior batch to $20,000 to $25,000, which will include senior cruise, a bunch of other stuff, with, I think, $45 fee instead of $70. So just spending. Let's answer that.
Anyway, so the thing is, money is issue number 1 in the student government election. That's what you have. You have the budget. And this act of spending $30,000 on your, I never said your personal offices, you guys all think this is kind of crazy, is the office suites. The hallway outside your office is your common area, it's your conference room, it's your office.
It says on fixedgroup.com though. It said
I'm debating. Thank you. So, issue number 1 is money, because it's not monopoly money. It comes out of my pocket, it comes out of their pockets, and it's deplorable. It wouldn't happen in a million years. It wouldn't happen in a million years under fixed Baruch that we spent $30,000 to renovate the office suite. Student activity fees, so we spend for student activities, not for student lounges in your own area in your office. But what's important, I want to rebut what you said about Baruch Bass. I was not on the Baruch Bass Planning Committee. I was VP of Legislative Affairs last year, as you know. And we did a lot of great things in that job, and I can talk about that later. But Baruch Bass, I attended it, first of all, it was 400 people. And secondly, it was, once you recoup the costs, like you're doing your one accounting method on one and one accounting method on the other one, when you recoup the cost, it's $30,000 ended up costing. So, and you talk about traditions, talk about Baruch traditions. You know what's a tradition? Baruch Bass was a tradition. And you guys, you wanted to do a trip to Atlantic City for them. But that's beside the point. I'm saying money in a fixed Baruch government would not be spent without thinking about where it's actually going and how many people it's benefiting. It's to benefit all 12,000 students and not just a select few. And you'll never see us waste a single dime. Thank you.
Advantage of your optional rebuttal.
I guess so.
Yeah, Gary.
I walk around too.
Yeah, let's go.
So, the recounting system you were talking about, we're allocating $25,000. We're getting money back too. So it's going to come down to $10,000. So $30,000, $10,000, and $50,000 on student renovation. Now our offices, the fundamental differences between one Baruch and New Baruch Alliance is that we believe that we're going to give it up. We don't believe it's our own space. We think that space can be used by all of you guys, 30 people at once. And why call it USG suite when we can just give it up? So calling it our renovation, it just doesn't make sense. It's just fundamental differences between, I guess, one Baruch and I. So another thing, what's the other one that you're talking about? Conference rooms? We use it once a week. I don't once a week. Other clubs and other people use that more than we do. ISA uses it, Prelo uses it, a bunch of other people that I personally see use it all the time. And those conference tables are actually worse than these tables back there. It's like 12-year-old table where it doesn't even stay, stable. So, I mean, tables, stable and able to have a meeting. So, and all these things, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. It's just differences in things, and I just don't like the fact that he's using his perception to use that money for our offices. So we're giving it up. It's not our space anymore. It's yours. It's been yours. This building was built so your student can use it. It's not ours. I'm not even usually there, so please come and check it out when you're done renovated after, I don't know, a couple months.
Two things I want to address real quick. You talk about renting out the conference room like it's something new. That happened last year. That happened 2 years ago. I was the one who put the calendar up that people could sign up to use the conference room. So you can calm down on that. Secondly, you can keep calling me one Baruch, and keep calling us one Baruch, but you can go ahead and ask Yasmin or Santi or Eugene or or maybe if they can't answer it, maybe you can talk to Lauren or Alyssa and they can answer that. Or Peter and Walter can probably tell you about that. And Rashawn or Sean can tell you that we're not one Baruch also. So go ahead, keep talking about it. I'm proud of the campaign I ran last year. I'm proud of what I did last year. There's nothing I've done in the past 3 years that I wouldn't be ashamed that every single student knew about. And I don't know if you guys can say the same.
Well, they talk about allocate about how much, 30,000 to the USG suite? Up to 30,000 to the USG suite, and they say they want to give it up to the students, right? I'm all for giving up to the students, definitely. But how many students have actually come to the USG suite? A lot. A lot. Okay. Well, I was there Ambrose was there with me, and I don't want to call him out, but anyways, I was there, and I was the only student there that was not in the USG. Everyone else was participating in USG. So he's saying that you're going to give up to the students. Well, you have to attract the students there first and make them want to come before you can spend the money for it. Because now you're just spending money for your own selves and then hoping that people will come. So then you can scapegoat it for that. Thank you.